the Mothership, where all the other spinners fly from, the Mothership. It's a spinner that you get from Kinetics Asia Pacific, but it's actually not. I should actually look this up real quick. So yeah, so basically, a guy named Patrick Sala. Sala? I'm not sure. Oh, he is a CNC machinist. Snooping his Facebook profile now. Yeah, so Kinetics Asia Pacific has done this with a couple of guys I know, like one of them, Aaron Otto, for the Catla, and then yeah, Patrick Sala for this thing. So he like designed this, like got the, you know, the CAD file, you know, drawn up for it, all the 3D stuff, and then you know, worked with KAP to get this thing made. It is a great little tri-spinner. It is so comfy in the hand. It is a thicker one, which is nice, and it's got 28 mil buttons, which is really, really comfy. I don't want you to get the impression that that's like what 1 inch looks like. The 24 point, where's some other, yeah, sure. So these are, so this is just for reference, you know. That's your standard like 24.5 mil buttons, and as you can see, it's just slightly bigger. All right, so yeah, 3 mil-ish bigger on there. Not very much, but you can feel the difference, right? Having a little bit of extra space to perch there. You can perch on 2 fingers now instead of just like sometimes only doing 1. I find it really comfy. I really do like 28 mil buttons. I find what you sacrifice though is a bit of that feeling of the gyro effect. Like if you know, wiggle it from side to side when it's really spinning, you'll get that you know, that gyroscopic effect. Now when you have 28 mil buttons, you just increase the center a bit, so that brings down the length of the arms, sort of thing. So you can have less arms shooting out and kind of less of that feeling. But this thing does have a 2-inch spin diameter. Like if you measure from the center here to out here, you'll get, I believe it's 1 inch. I'll just like confirm that. Yeah, we got this in inches here. The tries are always a bit trickier to measure just because of that. You have to kind of like, yeah, see, I'm almost 1 inch there. So if I went, yeah, 0.9 of an inch, it's, you know, that's me because I can't really quite tell where to put the point of that to get the exact center. So we're calling it a 2-inch spin diameter. So this one, I got it from KAP. I got it in copper, and then I asked Heisha, there, who does all the orders and stuff, I asked her if she could put like a patina on it, like a different finish. So this is a blasted and then forced patina finish, and it is gorgeous. It's got like the texture from the blasting in there, but then she's also done a forced patina and darkened it. It's just great. I absolutely love love patina metals for that and how you can make them look older. Very affordable too. I think this was like 100 US plus shipping. So this is basically how it comes, save for the bearing, because the bearings in KAP, like, I don't know what is going on with their bearings, but the last like 2 I've gotten died like within the first 5-10 minutes of spinning. It's like looking good, and then completely died. So one of these is a KAP bearing, one of these is not a KAP bearing, okay? And I mean, I know that they look, I know you're probably thinking, if you know what 1-drop bearings look like, I thought they were 1-drop bearings. So that's why I was like really surprised that it like broke, because I heard great things about 1-drop bearings, but it is not. So what I'll explain first is how it broke, right? So this is one of them. So basically what happened is that you're spinning, you think it's all good and stuff, and then you start to feel like a rattle when you're spinning. And then this happened. It would be spinning, and I'd let it like go really slow, and it would be spin, you know, fairly decent, and then just boom, stop, like dead stop. not when it should have. It'd be like going like this and then, because it hit whatever had gone wrong inside there. So I said, you know, screw it. I love changing bearings anyway. Wasn't going to keep that one in anyway. Took it out and put a full ceramic one in. So this is the KAP bearing. This is the one drop. I don't know if you can see the difference. Someone explained it to me. So, because I was confused. So Jamie Phillips, a guy named Jamie Phillips who really knows his spinners, he pointed out the difference to me. So you can see it. Yeah, the one drop over on this side kind of has a thicker inner like ring there. And then I did hear from another cool guy, Robert Baden, that if you de-shield a KAP bearing, it actually works a lot better. I got too many bearings to worry about that and other stuff to do, so I just kind of switched it out. So what I did is I put a full ceramic bearing in there. And that. Nice and white. These ones are they're very smooth, but they're kind of quiet. I love them. And then what I also did is I shimmed this one a little bit. And this one shims really nicely. So if you do have any like bearing shims and extra posts, it's really great to do. So this comes with I think that's like probably a 6 mil set screw or something like that. Pretty standard. So you have to increase it to, I believe, an 8. I'm going to go a couple mil up if you're going to do a mil shim on either side. And then I got, so these are shims that KAP actually has available. So they use these mainly for the Catla. The Catla needs one of these shims in between the bearings because it's a double bearing system. So you can actually ask Heisha, which I did, hey, can you just include like a handful of those bearing shims you do for the Catla? And I think I paid her something like 10 extra bucks for like 20 of them or something like that. Absolute steal in my opinion, because these things are hard to find. You can't just go to a hardware store and find a washer that looks like this. They don't exist. It's like an inner diameter of a 1/4 inch with an outer diameter of 3/8. It just doesn't, like, there's no other application for this than like shimming an R188 bearing. Anyway, so that's another cool thing you can get from them if you do order one. I highly suggest that. So put those on here. And this just ever so increases the height a little bit, but not enough that, oh, it fell out. Sometimes it's easier to just put it right there first. Kind of work it in. There, we're in. So it's increased a little bit by that much. I just found it a little more fun to play with. I think it opened up the sound a little bit more, but it's not shimmed enough that you can, like, you know, see the edge of the button or anything like that. Anyway, that's just kind of how I like to mess with it. Anyway, I want to get this out here because I know that they recently finally came out with their tungsten version of it. I didn't get in on it, didn't have the money at the time, had too much other stuff flying around in the mail and other cool tungsten things, so couldn't do it. But yeah, this is a Mothership. Pretty cool little guy. Okay, there you go, nerds. Have fun spinning. Toodles.